I was just so flown. Man, I have things like this.
Happy New Year's Eve, everybody, and the last and final day of the year 2020. Who's excited? I don't know. Anyway, so today on this very last day of 2020, I thought we would take a look at someone who, well, under normal circumstances would fit in quite well on New Year's Eve, and that is DJ Yonder from the Jazwares Fortnite Legendary Series of action figures. If you ask me, he looks like he is quite the party animal, and he's ready to get out there and spin some tunes and twist the turntables and yeah, anyway. So, here he is, front of the box. There he is. Well, there he's not, but the back of the box. DJ Yonder, pack in a playlist for the perfect party. And if only we could have the perfect party to end 2020 and usher in 2021. Anyway, let's get him out of the box. Let's take a look at him and all of his accessories. DJ Yonder is an epic skin, and he was released in Season 6, and you could get him from the Battle Pass at Tier 1 just right out the gate. He is part of the Twin Turntable set, and right here you can see all of his accessories laying out there. It's taking me a little while. I don't have this character or this skin in my game, and it's taking a little while to get used to him, but he's growing on me. I'm starting to like him quite a bit, and there is something that's really cool about this figure that we don't have from very many of these Legendary series, and I will mention that as we're taking a look at the accessories. He comes with the Waveform back bling. It's really pretty cool and pretty colorful. Flip it around, it's gold. It's got a peg that's going to hook into the hole on his back. It's a really cool back bling. It's just kind of like an audio-visual cape of sorts. He comes with the Smash Up harvesting tool. It's pretty cool. It looks like an old-style instrument. There's some knobs, there's some lights, and I wonder if this kind of rotates back and forth to make that squeal sound. I'm sure there's a technical word for it, but I'm not sure. Other than that, man, he is going to smash the place up. He comes with a legendary assault rifle. It looks like an older style. It's got a silver magazine and not kind of a darker color like this. Pretty cool gun. He comes with dual pistols. Haven't seen these very much. A couple other times, I believe. It's got silver along the top, gray across the bottom, and he's ready to pull them both out and go for you. And this is the accessory that I think is really cool. In fact, it's not an accessory in the game. Instead, it's an emote called Drop The Bass. And yeah, it's an emote, essentially what it is. And this hooks around his waist, and you can put his hands on these turntables to make it look like he's doing the scratchy number. It's really cool, though. We don't very often get an emote as an accessory. I think once or twice before we have, and this just adds so much to these figures and characters. Really cool. And finally, the last accessory, Rift to go inside of a snow globe. Well, the whole thing is Rift to go. It's kind of cool. Flip it on the bottom. There is a slot right there for his fingers or his thumb, whichever you can get in there that will allow him to hold it up. But Rift to go, it's a pretty neat looking deal. DJ Yonder does have 38 points of articulation, or, well, so it says on the package. And let's see where all he moves first. He can rotate his head all the way around. He can look up. He can look down really well. And his jaw opens and shuts. Pretty cool. His arms will rotate all the way around. They both will. His elbows, not his elbows, his shoulders will go up that high. He's got the bicep rotation, double pin at the elbows. The wrists rotate. And there's a horizontal hinge. The fingers at the very tips of his hands have that hinge to squeeze down on items. These feel a little bit tighter. Maybe he'll hold on to the items. His weapons, his accessories, much better. He does have a torso wiggle, although it's very difficult to see. He's got this built-in rubber, soft rubber jacket. It does not come off. If you want this off, you're going to have to cut it off. At least I've not found a way of taking it off yet. Luckily, there is a hole punched through it so you can put his back bling on. But there is supposedly a bit of a torso wiggle right there. And his waist will rotate pretty well. No hindrance by the coat in that regards. If you want to do the splits, well, he's a party animal. He can do the splits really well, and he can actually move his legs around quite nicely. He has the rotation at the thigh, a double pin knee, a rotation at the ankle, and his ankle, if I can get it turned right, has a hinge, and then finally the toe has a hinge. He does not have a rotation at the calf or the boot, and I thought there was something else he didn't have, but I think that actually might be it. Just no articulation here at the calves. So pretty good figure overall. He's very, very cool looking. He's got these big blue eyes. He's got a llama helmet. He's not really a llama under there. He is a man, but he's got this big llama helmet. It looks like the ears are like headphones. So that's pretty cool. He's got all these hints of audio all over him. He's got this waveform pattern on his pants. He's got this almost 80s, maybe 90s look design on the front, back of his jacket. He's got some gold stylings here and there. It's a very compelling, very fascinating and interesting looking character. He does not have a replaceable face. What you got is what you see, or what you see is what you got, I guess. All right, let's take a look at him all geared up with his accessories. The first accessories I'll show you is his turntable. I think it looks really cool. It hooks right here around his waist. We've got the waveform back bling on him, and he's really intent. If you can see it, he's down, he's looking, he's really working this turntable. He's making some jams and some music. It's pretty cool. Hooks on real nice. Next, we're going to take a look at him holding the dual pistols, and he holds them very well. They are not loose at all. So his fingers the finger hinges do tighten down quite well, and so he holds on to these pistols very well. They also have this little upside down L notch, if you can see that right there, that help kind of hold the trigger finger in, which also then tightens up the hands just a little bit. The next two accessories will be the assault rifle and the harvesting tool, both which seem to fit in pretty good. The assault rifle has the little hole for the trigger finger to go in, so it's not real loose. You could probably loosen it up, but if you want to pose this guy, you're going to be able to get him into a position where he can hold that pretty good. A lot of figures seem to have a loose problem holding the harvesting tool, but it seems like this guy can do it pretty good. It wants to slide up and down a little bit, but if you squeeze his hands, it should stop that. So I think he holds on to both of these things very, very well. And the final accessory, Rift to Go, I have had some difficulty getting into his hand. It doesn't really fit on the thumb very well, and I put his fingers in there, and the three of his fingers fit in there, but the fourth main finger, the pointer finger, doesn't fit in that little slot there, so it's had to sit up there, and the only way to really get him to hold it well is by pulling his fingers in and having his thumb on the outside. Otherwise, it gets to be a pretty loose item. You can kind of see it's just barely resting there. So I'm not really sure display-wise how you're going to be able to do anything with this, except for kind of maybe at that angle, or maybe you can have him hold it with two hands. I didn't try that. You know, something like this. Kind of. Sort of. Not really. Whatever. But that is DJ Yonder. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, informative, please hit that like button, the thumbs up button. That helps the channel a lot, more than you will probably ever know. If you want to be notified when more of these types of videos come out in the future, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and you will be notified. Thanks for stopping by one last time. Have a wonderful, safe holiday season, a safe New Year's. We will see you, not just in the next video, but we will see you next year.